Hello, my beautiful Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? Today's episode is a request from you guys. One of you had said, Fumi, can you talk about the Safaree and Erica situation? And I said, why not? I have watched them on Love and Hip Hop. I have watched Erica on different shows. It was even on a Kardashian show, I think, in Miami or something like that. I have watched her for a while. She was a video vixen. She's done quite a lot. Pretty, beautiful girl as far as I'm concerned. And there was a picture circling. I think I saw it in Shade Room, where they did a before and after of Erica, and I was shocked. I actually didn't know what was going on, and I thought she was sick or something. And she had actually made a comment talking about the stress that she had gone through with Safaree.
It's obvious me and Safaree will never be. I was in the hospital bed with this man's son. That man didn't care if I made it through that pregnancy. That man didn't care if I made it through that labor. I really have fought through some dark time. Like literally I couldn't get out of bed, guys. There was days I could not eat. But at the same time I have to face my kids and I gotta act like everything's okay because I'm the only one that feeds them on a day-to-day basis. Like I had to drag myself out of that dark place. With my first son, because I had to hustle so much, I sacrificed so much time away from my firstborn and I'm still trying to make it up to this day. And this is stuff that I've confessed, you know, and been vulnerable with to him about. That's why it's weird that he knows traumatic experience I've had of being a single mother once and then he turns around and makes me a single mother twice. I've already come to terms that Safaree will never really take accountability, and that's fine. He don't owe me nothing. All he owes now is his kids, and that's all I care about.
Safaree, do you want to say anything at this point?
Come on, see this.
Grow up.
Shut the up.
You can cuss me out. I'm cool with it.
Speak, bro, because there's somebody out there like you. So you got to speak, bro.
I want you to be able to speak and not us speak for you. So if there's anything, I mean, this is the time.
I don't even know how to start.
We want to hear. Start.
He said he has pain. Sometimes to get your pain out, you got to release it. If you got pain, dog, you got to get it out too. Y'all both.
Who wants to get married, have kids, and then end up here? Like, I wouldn't have thought 2 years later this is where we would have been. We were just at a place where it was just who could hurt who the most, and we were there for a long time. It sucks. Definitely sorry for the time when our son was born. And I left a week later.
It wasn't a week later.
Okay, just let me finish, Erica.
It was days.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Erica talked about how the divorce has affected her. How has it affected you?
It hasn't. He's been having fun.
Okay, it looks like it, but he probably hasn't.
He's been living his best damn life.
Well, it appears.
He is not living his best life.
No, good for him though.
That boy would have got a girl look like you.
But you
That
ain't
ain't your
gotta
best
wake
life.
up to take care of 2 babies. You better be.
So I tell you this, Erica has had a long string of failed relationships. Not necessarily her fault. This is not about blame. A string of failed, tumultuous relationships. And sometimes it's good for one to take a break. Take a break for yourself. Take a time out so that you get to know who you are and what you absolutely need. She had her first son in 2007 and she talked about how she really struggled making up time with him because she was out there, you know, trying to provide a wonderful life for him. And she really felt traumatized about being a single mom. Growing up with a single mom, she wanted the best for herself. But I think Erica needs to love herself. She needs to love herself the most and put herself and her child first. She married Safaree, who she met on Love and Hip Hop, relatively very quickly. She had a child with him, and then she was pregnant very quickly, had a beautiful girl. And then there were problems already in the relationship. She filed for divorce when she was pregnant with the second. And I remember when she made that announcement, and I said, why? Why are you still trying to have or grow your family in a relationship that you are not satisfied with?
And to announce something so amazing as like we're about to have another addition to our family. Now, granted, there's been mistakes made immaturely, but a marriage is a marriage, and unfortunately there's been mishaps. Any marriage, shit happens. When you're in the public eye, I think me and my husband have both realized, you know, that things should be kept in. But outside of that, like, we're talking blessing here, and you guys are really trying to be so negative and nasty about it that it really makes me pray. Like, you guys are such social media consists of a lot of nasty, disgusting souls. And it's funny because you'll read comments like toxic.
You can say, Safaree put me through this, Safaree put me through that. Safaree can only put you through what you allow. Only what you allow. It starts with us. And I know she was so sad, so upset, because we had a clip from Love and Hip Hop where she expressed how she was in a dark place and all of these past demons, and how she was her first single mom, and Safaree has made her a single mom twice. But Erica, you have to make right decisions and choices, because it starts with you. Because Safaree can only do what you allow. That's the bottom line. And I think it's time for you to take time out from all of these guys. She was dating Bow Wow. She miscarried a baby with Bow Wow. The relationship ended very soon after. You have to look into yourself, Erica, and see what you want and need from these guys. Because perhaps what you want from them is not what you need. What you want from them is misinterpreted as love. Because these guys are not loving you through thick and thin. They're not. They're mesmerized by your beauty. They think you're a beautiful, good-looking girl, which you are. But you have a heart that you need to cherish and protect. And you have 2 sons and a girl. And where your parents perhaps did not show you or did not show you by example, you have to show by example for your children to break that cycle. In order to do that, you have to find your self-love. You have to love yourself the most. You have to not tolerate certain things. If it's done, let it be done. But to go back and forth, it doesn't come off as you being serious about issues that are important to you. That's why Safaree can go and come as he likes. Because we saw it all over social media. Because if you want to attack social media when you're announcing your second pregnancy, it wasn't that they were skeptical. It was that you were telling them the relationship had gone bust, but then the next door, you're having another child. Did you think that perhaps that would save the relationship? More than anything, it would break the relationship and deepen it even further. And so here you were in hospital, you almost lost your life trying to have this second baby, and Safaree was somewhere having a birthday, he was in Jamaica laughing and dancing and all of that. That has to be hurtful. But those were the red flags that a lot and myself were trying to tell you this is not a good idea. Because it's a bandage effect. If I do this with him, maybe he'll love me more. I just talked about it in the other episode. You give too much to the wrong person, they'll love you even less and less and less. That you were in this deep depression is because you have 3 children to take care of. And there's nobody there. There's no support system. It can be lonely. And you've beat yourself up that how could I have gotten myself into this? I'm not worthy, I'm not this. These are the issues you now have to start dealing with. Because you see, you feeling that you're not worthy allows men to treat you like you're worthless. And you are not. You are not. Anybody raising a child is definitely not worthless. Find the love in you because you are repeating. And because you're repeating the same thing, this wall will not move. You can break your head on this wall. It's not moving. You get bump after bump after bump on your head. You have to change the way you treat yourself and how you let these men treat you. I know it is hard because at the end of the day, your childhood really comes out in your adulthood. And there's love that you want that you didn't get. But you will get it when you remove the men from your life that are just there to play games. Look at a man that wants to be a father. Look at a man that wants to be a husband that's responsible, that's reliable. That's why I say, guys, talk. Go out for a date. Let him bring you home at a respectable hour. Because you're a mom of 3. And you have to raise those children as young as they are. As young as you are, you're what, how old, 35? You will find love. But you have to find love within yourself and put yourself on that worthy map at a standard and don't negotiate that standard. Safaree to me, it doesn't really mean anything to me because you've had a long history of failed relationships that I believe you have continued with the same pattern because you don't love yourself, because you don't find yourself worthy, because you want to find your value in them. I'm so sorry that you went through that dark place, but perhaps it's the best. You got to hit rock bottom. It's got to be shook out of you for you to know that this is no longer working for you. Only you can do that. And once you do that, you put a stop to this madness and to the heartbreak and to the hurt. Because you're looking and saying, Safaree did all of these things. He doesn't care. He was living his best life. You nearly died in the hospital with the baby and all of that. You did all of these things with the wrong guy. With the wrong guy. And when you have the red flag, when you have that warning that tells you this is kind of funny, stop right there. You know why? Because like so many men, and I just talked about this with Derek Jackson, Safaree sucked the life out of you, watched you die, and did not care. Now you have to scrape the pieces of yourself off the floor. And that's not easy. So my advice to you, get nanny, get childcare, let them take care of the kids, make sure you're there for dinner time, get back to work. Get back to work, get back to a routine. And with time, you will heal and find out who you are, what you like, what you love, what you don't love, what you don't like, and spend quality and family time with your children. I have a cutoff, 5 p.m., that's it. Every single day. I wake up at 5 a.m., but I'm done at 5 because I need to spend quality time, and it grounds me. Because the guys you're picking, you're suffering. You have to pick a different guy now. Father figure and a husband. None of these entertainers, you're done with that. Because it's not working for you, Erica. It's not working for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. And I will see you guys when? Sooner than later.